to be able to do this as far as the software goes. Um, so bear with me with a lot of ums, this, that, and this. Okay, I shortened this curve down because I want you guys to know something that we're basically already into it. I mean, this is exactly what you guys are going to see. This is the control panel with the menu to the left. You got the dashboard. You've got the remote control. You got, and this remote control, as you can see, it's going to take us right into QuickBooks. We're already in there. I had already had it on the desktop ready to go because I didn't want to get rhetorical with doing all the passwords. I kind of wanted to show you what goes on. So I click into here, and here's the home. Now, this thing has a host of menus in here, but the important thing is this is going to be a great tracking device for our customers and all the things that you want to do, all the things that you guys are all worried about being able to do. It will integrate with whatever our portal is for payment, our commerce, so that if we engage all the fields that we want in those questions that we ask when the member first signs up, they'll obviously all be in here, where you can see there's a company name, a first name, a last name. I didn't put in my address information here, but it's obviously Pro Power Wash Ron Musgraves. Then there's a contact there, there's a phone number, there's a fax, there's an alternative that will change that to sell. You could even have a different shipping address, or they could list a home address for a billing, or whatever the case may be. You can change the name of this to whatever you want it to read. That can all be done. On the additional info stand, I took in here upon myself to make this. I said, I made a little thing here, pressure washer. I'm basically a pressure washer. I'm a contractor. Thus, if you were a window cleaner, you'd be a window cleaner contractor. If you were an associate member, you'd be an associate member, and then possibly have a title as associate member selling pressure washing material, associate member selling SEO, associate member selling printing, and so on and so on. And the same thing will exist with contractors. This is a pretty cool little feature here, because what you can do is you can add like a sales rep. So if we want to track the vendors that are selling members through their websites, because I know some of us have the idea that that's going to happen, and I kind of like the idea. I gave you in here, this would be the sales rep's name, which I put in Pete Marente, Sunbright Supply, and that he does exist as a vendor status. We can also track this for referrals to the organization, to do some kind of a member benefit for it, anything, and all these statistics can be kept track of. This is something that also can integrate with the portal for payment, so that we don't have to hand peck this stuff in necessarily. Now, at the very beginning here, there's not going to be a whole heck of a lot we can do about it. We got to get this info in here somehow. So we're just going to have to be able to do that. This is the cool feature here, because I visioned that we can take credit card information, legally keep it in here, and we can default this thing to go to an automatic payment if we check if it's legal in the states where we can have a payment go out and be automatic. That way you can kind of put somebody on a membership for a lifetime. So instead of having a letter, people are thinking about having letters go out of default and saying, hey, my membership's going to renew. I would rather have a membership letter go out and saying, hey, your membership is going to be renewed on this and this date, unless you get a hold of us with a 30-day notice and say, please do not charge it. So I'm kind of looking at the reverse situation of what some of you have been looking at. This job info is completely ridiculous, but we can change these fields to read something else. There is a note area in here, and this is great because it does have a date stamp, and I suggest that we use that if we're going to be putting notes in about people. Now, here's some of the cool things, and I can't get into everything that this thing does, but if we have a problem with a letter that we have to attach, man, it's as simple as you're going to create the document either inside of this, or even if you create it outside of this, you basically come over here, you grab onto it, attach it, and you drop it in here. And then it goes, you hit done, and bam, it goes into that account and it's attached. Now it's in there all the time. You don't have to do anything with it. It's going to stay in here for life for this customer. So, and I keep saying customer member. The more contacts is also a cool feature because I envision that more than one person or more than one employee of the company might obtain a certification. Since we're not giving out certifications to companies and we're giving out certifications to individuals, this is going to come in handy because this will list basically employees or spouses under that company as far as additional people that would potentially have a membership or even a certification status. Again, going back to this original thing here, I wanted to show you this here. I set in an anniversary date for myself here. This can virtually probably take about 9 fields here. So what we can have in here is the types of certifications that these people have. I've talked a little bit extensively about this. I don't think that we're going to have a expiration date on certifications. It's going to be it's going to adopt to their anniversary date because I think that's the way that it should run. If we're going to give somebody a 2-year certification and it's going to be good, obviously they have to be a member in good standing. But we're not going to keep track of a date of expiration for their certification and an anniversary date. I think we just expire it on the anniversary date, and then they would have to get obviously renewal and their qualifications for renewal completed by then. I think that's going to be the best way to go. Rob and I have to sit down in here in this custom field right here. We have to really think this out and set this up the right way before we start pounding these things in here. There's a lot more to this, but I just wanted to show you guys that right there. That's about a 7.5-minute video. I hope that you guys understand that this can do everything that we want. It can integrate with what we already have on our platform on the website that we're going to redo. We need to get that commerce page corrected. Rob likes the idea of PayPal because it's easy. I hate PayPal, but I also am a business person and realize that it is probably going to be the easiest way to sign members up. I would like the UMCC to have its own commerce terminal so that we, at meetings and conventions and things like that, we can take credit cards. And I don't mean a Square One account. I mean an actual banking commerce terminal, merchant terminal. There's a difference in having one that's your own and one that's an internet type one. I don't want to get into the values of having it, but there are certain advantages. This is it right now. Basically, what they did is they put Windows on top of this platform so that we could use it as user-friendly as it is. I'm right now logged in on a Mac. My look is going to be the same as yours because it just doesn't matter. Whatever you log into it on, you'll see the same look. Now, if you're logging in from a Mac, there is some additional software to log me in that you're going to have to load on there. It'll prompt you to do that so you don't have to worry about it. Just load it, get it in there, and it'll automatically show up. The log me in is free. Don't go to do not do a pay log me in. Just take the free one for right now. There are advantages to the pay one, but they're really not that big of a deal for at the moment. If we need to print things and stuff like that, I have Pro version. I can log in with Pro version, and I can print remotely. I can do whatever I want to do with it. We're going to figure out who's probably going to have that. And it's probably going to be Rob, since he wants to be doing, he's going to be doing the membership stuff. But again, we'll have to figure that out. There's no sense in anybody wasting any money on it right now. I think it's $29, and it's just there's just no need for it. Guys, I'm glad that everything's moving forward, and I know that just keep in good spirits. A lot of webinars that are going to be completed. Also, I know that Bill is moving forward on this. This seems a little slow. We're going to get a presidential or a message from the entire board of directors here out shortly. prior probably to meeting. I just want to give. I just want to make sure we get this in here. I want to know that we know who our members are. I think we're a little closer to that. I'm going to show you in another video of how I've gotten a little closer to that and all the retrospective thinking about how we're going to actually do it. You guys have a great day. Good night. We'll see you another time.